when you have to sit down and tell somebody about themselves,
Mm-hmm.
people don't want to be told about themselves. As much as everyone preach self-love, self-care, positivity, as much as people preach that, it's very hard to actually do that.
Yeah.
You learn that a lot easier and quicker when you having to deal with people on a day-to-day basis.
Yeah.
And I think it's for the best. Like, I want to get to the point to where, let me not say that, because as soon as you tell God that you want to get to something, he gonna bring that
Here come the
something
test.
right to you. You gotta watch what you say.
Yeah.
You have to watch what you say, because
Yeah.
God is hilarious. Oh, you said you want that? Boom.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, here it is, so you can work on that.
Yeah.
And it's just like a kid, like they just keep running their head into the wall. That's pretty much what we do as adults too. When God tells us to do something, you need to deal with something or handle something, and you don't want to, or you keep avoiding it,
Mm-hmm.
or you keep failing the
It
test.
keeps showing up.
It just keeps showing up, and that's literally how I got. Like, I'm like, dang, I be really feeling like I be sugarcoating a lot.
Yeah.
Compared to like, it just used to come out.
Yeah, I've traditionally been a chronic sugarcoater.
But that's the thing. I feel like now it's the opposite for you, because now it's just like you be ready to tell somebody the truth.
Yeah.
Like you be like, all right now.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
any opportunity, like you're excited to let somebody know.
I be feeling like I feel like I have to,
like
because
you owe it to yourself.
Yeah, I owe it to myself. I got some making up to do, because I've lived so long with not, being direct in my communication. I've lived so long with avoiding uncomfortable conversations, and I realize that that's not healthy. It's not healthy for me, and it's not healthy for the people around me.
Mm-hmm.
So if I'm trying to create myself anew, you know what I mean, or I'm trying to better myself, then every opportunity that I get to handle the things that are opposing me, I have to handle it, right?
Yeah.
And I have to handle it full force. And I gotta go all in. You know what I mean? So, yeah, that's where I'm at.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's where I'm at. So, we wanted to talk to you all about, addressing situations or people or things, right, truthfully, and understanding that there is no substitute for truth.
Mm-hmm.
Right? You have to be direct. You have to be truthful. You have to be honest. Still be kind, right? Don't be disrespectful. I think there's like this misconception that if you tell somebody the truth, you have to do it in anger, right? Or like disrespectfully. That's not the truth. Okay, the truth is you can be kind and you can also be truthful.
I think that's the biggest barrier when it comes to parents and children.
Mm-hmm.
Like most, especially when your child is grown, most of the time parents feel as though they don't have to respect that child because, oh, I'm just telling you the truth, but you're not telling me the truth in love.
Yeah, that
like
part right there.
You're not delivering the truth to me the way that I need you to deliver it.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you know, hey, you got a grip on it, boy. If you know that I don't respond well to yelling.
Mm-hmm.
Why are you yelling at me, telling me you need to make sure you say some money?
Yeah.
Why are you yelling at me? You know I'm not gonna be able to receive that because that's not how I receive information. That's not how I receive love.
That's good.
And that's a line. Like the way that you deliver a message to someone, the way you talk to somebody, act to somebody, you need to do it out of love because that's what God tells us to do, is to treat everyone like the love of Christ. And when you're not doing that, that's the reason why everything that comes out your mouth is not delivered in love.
Yeah.
And I come across a lot of people that, especially a lot lately, just, me simply smiling or complimenting somebody or just speaking to somebody or smiling, and they're like, dang, like you're a breath of fresh air, or like say something nice, say something sweet, because I'm in tune with other people's love language. You don't have to personally know somebody to know that you don't need to tell somebody that it's very serious, delivering a message by yelling.
Yeah.
Or insulting while you're delivering a message. That's the
Absolutely.
biggest barrier with parents and children, especially when they get like older. What age do you think? Like,
Just, I mean, I don't know, teenagers maybe. I would
like
say teenagers,
preteens,
yeah.
when they're able, when your children are really able to just process life and what it means, like, oh, mommy and daddy go to work so that we can have a roof over our head. Like, our kids don't get that.
Yeah.
They think we go to work because that's our playground. Like,
That's
it's like
the
they
fact.
understand it, like, oh, we go to work for money, but they don't understand the value of money.
Yeah.
But when they reach the age to where they understand that, you know, they realize that eventually they're going to have to step into the shoes that you are, whatever, you know, their purpose is. And the way that you're doing it and handling it plays a big role on them.
That's the truth. Yeah, that's the truth. Yeah, I think I say this all the time to a coworker of mine, right? It's not so much what you say, but how you say it.
Yeah.
Right? Like, what you say is important, but how you say what you need to say is even more important. Right? Like, you still need to tell the truth, but you need to tell it in a way to where the individual can receive it. Right? And I don't mean sugarcoating. I mean the way you deliver your message, your tonality, right? Like your expressions, right? Your body language, all of that is essential in communication. Like, communication is not just the things that are coming out of your mouth, right? It's your facial expressions, it's your body language, it's your mannerisms. Like, all of that plays a part in delivering a message. So yes, tell the truth to people, but make sure that you tell the truth in love. Make sure that you're being kind and respectful, and make sure that you're also speaking to people the way you will want to be spoken to, right? Don't deliver a message out of anger, out of hatred, or out of spite. Like, none of those things work, or none of those things are effective. People need to know that you're coming from a place of love, and they need to feel that. And if they do feel that and they do know that, then it's less likely that they'll be upset with what it is that you have to say, because they feel like it came from a good place. Yeah. That makes sense? Yes. That's
you
good.
know what my next question is?
What's up, bro?
What do you do whenever you've done that and the personality of offense pops up? I'm offended by what you said. Listen. And it turns into something that those weren't your intentions to hurt them, but that's how they received it, even though the message to you was very kind and polite and out of love. Yeah. Your intentions is you know, to deliver it without hurting their feelings or without wanting them to not you've been itching to get home.
Because he looking at me.
You've been itching to not itching, but okay, I got a question for you.
What's the question, bro?
Okay, so whenever you deliver that message out of love and good intentions, what happens whenever the person get offended? I feel like that's the biggest reason why people don't want to deliver the truth, is because a lot of times when you do correct somebody, especially when it's about, you know, that booty stinking, then they don't take that too kindly. Right. And let me use the actual real reference instead of saying that, because some may not understand what I'm trying to say. Like, whenever you're trying to correct somebody or give someone advice when it comes to how they are as a person and how they're moving and like their personality, people don't take kind to that. Right. When I do that, I have a lot of issues, especially with females. Yeah. Females say, I'm sorry, I want good friends, I want this and that. And then when you encounter a good friend, me, somebody that's going to tell you the truth when it's good and when it's bad. Oh, you hating on me, you're judging me, you don't want me to succeed, you don't want this, you don't want that. Right. Oh, you just like, so many slander get sprung my way, but when I do it to other people, or I'm out in public and I do that, and I pour into somebody, oh, you're just great, such a great friend, that's very nice of you. You know, I always wanted somebody, you know, to tell me the truth no matter what, and then you have a friend that does that. Now they're, you know, bad things from A to Z. Yeah. What do you do in that situation?
So I'm not responsible for somebody's feelings about what I say. Yeah. So if somebody does feel some type of way about me telling them what it is that I need to tell them, hey, as long as I was kind, I was respectful, and I made sure that I said what I needed to say the right way, then I'm not responsible for how they feel about it. You know what I mean? You can feel how you want to feel. At least you know where I stand. Yeah. So I don't take too much thought about, how somebody may receive the message now. Before I did, but now it's like, hey, if they receive it that way, I mean, that's out of my hands. You know what I mean? I don't control. Listen, nobody can make you feel anything. Okay, people say, "Oh, well, you made me feel this type." Nobody can make you feel anything. Your feelings are in your hands. So if somebody says something to you and you feel some type of way, it's because you feel some type of way. Yeah. It's not because of what they said, because you could just ignore what somebody says. But it's because maybe what they said has some validity, right? And your pride and your ego are getting in the way. And now you got to react or respond in a certain way because you feel like you're being attacked. You know what I mean? So, what's that?
What about when it's not that, though?
When it's not what?
Like when it's not, something that you're dealing with internally, to respond to somebody or to express to somebody that's how your words make me feel. And it's not necessarily words, because words are just words, but when they're spoken out of your mouth, they have power, which is why it affects your emotions, or it affects you whenever someone may look at you and just say something very negative. What you said, the words that you said, I know that they don't mean nothing, but because it came out of your mouth and that your tongue does have power, then what you said did make me feel some type of way.
But that's the thing.
But I'm saying more so in a situation to where it's like someone is being, nasty, and someone is being rude, or someone's intention behind what they're saying to you is to hurt you.
Oh, well, I mean, it's different when somebody has evil intent, right? Yeah. When somebody has, an intent to hurt you or to harm you or to make you feel some type of way, like that's their intent, then that's going to harbor those feelings of you, wanting to react a certain way, or you feeling some type of way even more. Yeah. But I'm saying if somebody's coming from a place of love, like if I'm sharing the truth with you and I'm coming from a place of love, and you still feel some type of way, maybe it's because there's some validity to what I'm saying. Yeah. You know what I mean? But again, on the flip side, if somebody's telling you the truth, but they just deliver the message the wrong way, right? Like still, your feelings are your feelings. Nobody can make you feel any type of way. So anything that's said to you, anything that's done to you, you are the one that has to put a meaning to what it is that they say or do. Like you're the one that assigns meaning. Yeah. Okay? It's not anybody else that assigns meaning in your life to what it is that goes on in your life. You know what I mean? So what I'm saying is, choose to assign a different meaning to what you're receiving from somebody, and you won't have those same feelings. You know what I mean? And it's very easy to say, like that's not an easy thing to do. Yeah, that's not an easy thing to do. But I'm saying, like, that's the solution to it. If somebody says somebody says you're ugly, right? And it makes you feel some type of way, right? Well, just change the meaning that you assign to that. And say, oh, well, they're calling me ugly because maybe they don't like me. Or they're calling me ugly because maybe I told them that they're not doing something properly. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, you got to change the meaning that you assign to things, and it'll change the feelings that come with what was said to you.
Yeah. I was going to say, that's kind of like when you're a kid and, somebody used to say, you ugly.
I know you are, but what am I?
I know you are, but what am I? It's like little bitty chants like that. That kind of was your way as a child, protecting yourself from what somebody said. Like as a kid, like if someone was go and tell Noah she ugly, she would very humbly tell them like your mama. Yeah. Because she knows in her mind, she has that confidence, like she's not bugging for it. But when you get older, like that begins to fade. Your ability to be able to switch and change what someone said about you and not like ponder on it or keep it in the back of your mind. Dang, they said I'm ugly. Well, you start to naturally, they sowed that seed, so you naturally start to like just beat on yourself, like you're pondering, you're thinking those thoughts. So I think I don't know. I just think that's very hard whenever you be saying that.
I
That's
think
why when we're like express, and I also feel like too, sometimes it's not just that, oh, I'm not that type of person where I'm just tell you the truth and then I'm gonna get gone or like not check on you or at least try to be like, dang, I know that cut and I know that stung for me to say that to you because it was very, that's the problem about it. It be very uncomfortable for me to tell people the truth. Like it
Me
really
too.
do because I don't know how you're going to react to what I'm telling you. Like when you got to sit down and tell someone like, yeah, the way that you're handling situations is not good right now. Like it's you, it's not them. It's you. Like when you have to sit down and tell somebody about themselves, people don't want to be told about themselves as much as everyone preach self-love, self-care, positivity. As much as people preach that, it's very hard to actually do that.
Yeah. You know what it is?
What?
A lot of humans have a inability to self-assess, right? Eric Thomas says this all the time. Like our inability to self-assess as humans is like one of our greatest downfalls. If you don't look at your flaws, the things that you're doing wrong, and how you contribute to the problems in your life, then you're always going to play victim. Always. You're always going to think it's somebody else. They did this, they did that, they said this. It's always somebody else's fault. But when you're able to self-assess and you can see how you play a role in the equation, right? Then you're like, okay, here's what I could have did better. Here's what I could have said that would have made this situation better. But because we have an inability to self-assess, that makes us believe that we're all good over here, right? I don't have nothing going on. It's not me, it's them. Right? And that's an attitude that a lot of people have. That's why it's challenging to tell people the truth, because you know that a lot of people haven't self-assessed and they haven't had people tell them the truth before. Therefore, if they're not self-assessing and they don't have people in their circle that are telling them their flaws or what it is that they're doing wrong or saying wrong, then they're just going about their life thinking that everything is all good. So then you come along and you tell them the truth and you say that, hey, this is what you're doing wrong. Hey, these are your flaws. They're like, what? What are you talking? Like, you tripping. What are you talking? I never heard that before. Well, maybe you never had somebody that cared enough about you to tell you the truth. Right? And that's where the problem lies. One of the problems. So that being said, family, I think we said it enough, right? Tell the truth, regardless of how somebody may perceive it or how they may receive it. It's more beneficial for you and for them to tell the truth, right? So we love y'all. We appreciate y'all. Y'all like, comment, subscribe.
Turn your post notifications so you notified every single time we post.
That part right there. And until
follow
next
us
time.
On all social media accounts.
Yeah, follow us on all social media at SM0OV_. That's my Instagram. That's about the only social media that I use.
At Queen_Deja.
Yeah, is that all your social media?
No, that's on Instagram. TikTok is Life with Deja. YouTube is Life with Deja.
That part right there. And then this is our son, Nazir Zain, in case y'all haven't seen him yet. He's been doing all this huffing and puffing, so he wants to say hi. Say hi, baby.
Say hi, Baba. Say hi.
This little light, bright baby. Who y'all think he look like? Because he real light.
You're light.
I think he look more like her because she more on the light side than I am. We love y'all. Peace.
You so in the know. Let love fill your heart. Bye. Peace and blessings. That's what I'm supposed to say. Peace and blessings. Bye.